It is the victory moment with CK. Join the show as we chat victory in the midst of the uncertainty in life, because each day can be a victory moment if you don't quit, if you don't give up, and if you don't let go. Well, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Victory Moment with CK. This edition is my travel tip edition. We are about to experience, and those of us that are going to be traveling for the holidays and so forth, we are about to, go into the travel season for the holiday. And I just said, let me talk about it. And I shared it prior in my other video that I was going to be sharing some travel tips, quick travel tips, that just to remind some of us that may know, and then some of us that really don't know, because again, when it comes to travel, it's always that how, what, when, where, and why, and it makes things and you're traveling easier in the sense of that confusion, that stress. And we're going to talk about I'm just going to share a few, which is basically few tips today. And if you want more, you'll follow me, you'll connect with KM Travels, and let's go travel. So let's talk about it today. Let's talk about traveling during. Hello again and welcome, welcome, welcome. I thank everyone that's joining, that will join on the um catching me live on Roku, catching me live my on my YouTube page, and on my social media. Welcome, and I thank you so much for taking time to connect with me. Listen, travel, I love it because there is so much to learn and grow when you travel. I don't know how many have traveled, how much you have traveled, but it's an experience in itself. And to travel during the holidays, it's a little different experience. So when you're traveling during the holidays, there's certain things that you really got to be more aware of. And one of the things that I want to talk about as far as travels, when you're traveling, because most of the time what happens is we during the holidays, we may be traveling to our family, so it's hard to pick the destination of where we'll be traveling. It's hard to, because most of the time the destination is already chosen, because we're going to see a loved one, or we're going to see a good friend, or we're going to see connecting to, again, family and friends. So, but so are millions of people. Just remember, they are millions and thousands of people that are that are traveling for the holidays, which can really make your travels a little bit different, and can create a stress, you know, in the airport and train stations or on the road. It doesn't matter. So one of the things I want to talk about, and I'm going to focus this particular part on the airport, and basically be flexible on dates and airports. Be flexible on dates and airports. That means that if you have, when you're flexible when you're traveling, you expand, basically you're expanding your search and including a few days either outside of the normal date. One of the days that you gotta certain days on around the holidays, such as like the Sunday after Thanksgiving, not are known to be very busy because of what transpires during that holiday. Everybody's going to see, someone, if they're not traveling, so forth. Not everybody's jumping on a plane. There are some people that's driving, and congestions and all of those other things. So be aware of it and govern, basically look at the dates that you're choosing. And I say this because sometimes we pick specific dates of traveling, and that is it can really be stressful for the holidays. So what you do is look at the dates, try to pick dates a little bit before or a little bit after, not directly after. Number two, consider less visited destinations. I know it gets exciting during the holiday, and we want to go to places like Cabo and all of those things. But if you're visiting family or friends, you can't choose what you're doing. But if you're thinking of just setting off on a vacation, be aware that try broadening where you're going and try to keep it as simple as possible, because what happens is you're in the midst already of millions, not even to say just millions of people traveling. And because you're in that midst, you have to be aware of where you're going and where you're traveling. So try alternative locations with fewer crowds that's not too crazy, and potentially may also be more affordable. So that's two of the tips so far, which is one, consider less visited destinations. I know we get excited because we want to see certain places and go with family certain places, but you want to use wisdom in your destination for the holiday. It's just a tip. That doesn't mean you can't do it. But listen, I'm always trying to share with my clients and the people that I desire to serve. How do you really travel the best way? And normally, what happens is traveling the best way is being aware of where you're going, again, why you're going to that, and when you're going to that destination. It makes a difference. So be flexible with dates, consider less visit vacation. And guess what? Many may not even know this or realize this. Choose direct flights. If you're going on a flight in the holidays, choose as much as you can direct flights. Because I know sometimes direct flights are a little bit more because of it being direct flight. But it's better for you if you choose direct flight in the holidays, because you don't meet up with the back and forth of missing a flight and all of that, because you are more tend to have trouble with flights around the holidays, especially now. It seems like it's just something even more that's going on right now with flights and travels. Where there now, I'm just saying this, sharing this real quickly. I would have to still follow up to see whether it's something definite that they're doing, because of there's so many travel issues when it comes to flights and traveling. What they've been doing is basically now they're talking about giving a compensation compensation for, for if, if your flights are delayed, your flights are canceled and things of that sort. I'll talk about that another day, but those are things that's being in the works and talked about, because it's really been putting people in a bad circumstance, because they need to get there by a day, and now people have to travel like almost a day or two before, just to make sure that they get to their destination according to the timing that they need. So the fourth, or the, am I saying it right? Yes, the fourth tip I want to share just briefly is know the rules about flying with holiday items. That means you can actually talk to TSA or get information from TSA on how you should travel during the holidays, especially for Christmas, because you're bringing gifts and all of that. And most of the time they're saying basically they say do not wrap your gifts, because if you wrap your gifts, TSA may have to open it if it looks funny. So, like I said, I'm just sharing these brief tips as the holiday season is right upon us. In another 2 weeks or so, we'll be celebrating Thanksgiving. And then right after, we'll be moving right into Christmas and then right into New Year's. So, we need to be aware of these simple tips, and there are more, but I'm just giving you briefly. If you want more from me, you got to follow me and connect with me, get on my list and all of that, and you will get more information. um so basically, if you're traveling with gifts, leave them unwrapped. Don't wrap them up. Don't, because again, if there's something found strange with that package, TSA is going to open it either way. So what you best thing to do is get the direct information from your travel consultant if you're using a travel consultant, or get the best information directly from TSA. So, my final thought today, as I thank everyone again for taking time to connect, and welcome again to the Victory Moment with CK, as we talk about this episode, travel tips. And as a travel consultant, I get excited about it because I really like helping people to get to their destination and make the best out of their destination. So, because one of the things you don't want to do when you're traveling is have to keep worrying about things that you could have taken care of before you even started to travel. And planning ahead, that's one of the main things, planning ahead. So the final thing I want to talk about is have a backup plan in case things go wrong. Can I say it again? Have a backup plan in case things go wrong. It's Murphy's Law that whatever can go wrong, will go wrong. That's why it's a good idea to have a backup in case when something comes up when it comes to traveling, which can be brought through, and one of the main things I'm constantly talking about as I'm about to close out with my travel tips and ask you to join me next time on my next episode. Listen, insurance is major. Insurance protects, insurance keeps, insurance reassures certain things. So even if something happens with anything while you're traveling, you have a compensation coming to you to restore whatever it is. Um a lot of times, especially during the holidays, you have to be careful with your luggage. There's so many things happening. And I'm ending off this way. There's so many things happening. So be aware of your luggage. Be aware of, getting insurance. Some of the credit cards that you use have insurance. Check that. If it doesn't, then if you're using a consultant, ask a consultant. to, to make sure that there's insurance on your trip. If you're not using a consultant and you're booking it yourself, make sure that you have insurance. You could ask the the airline that you're booking with, or the train that, if you're doing a train or a bus, they also should have insurance. And what you do is you ask a question. You ask them, or you tell them you're interested in insurance, because most of the time when I'm dealing with someone, one of my clients, I always offer them the insurance. It's up to you to say no, but again, remember, you do not want to be without that backup. You do not want to be without that coverage, because it makes a difference. It could be anything for cancellation, any cancellation reason, depending on the cancellation reason, and that's why you really want it. So let me reiterate my 5 quick tips as I close out. One of the things is, be flexible with dates and the airport. Consider less visited destinations, less stress, because just remember, there are millions of people that are traveling during the holiday, and you don't want to be caught up in that stress of trying to get to destinations. As I've gone right into, choose direct flights, so that it will take out the hustle. You trying to hustle to another airline or through the airport, and then if something happens, you miss the flight. So all of those things. Know the rules of flying with holiday items. If you have a package, ETA advise, TSA advise, TSA advises that you do not wrap them to travel, because if there's something connected to that package, as they look through it, they will open it. So, and the final thought, have a backup plan. Have a backup plan. Have a backup plan. Don't just assume anything, but have a backup plan. So those are my 5 tips for today. I thank everyone that's popping in, that popped in, just to get the tips. Listen, the holiday season is coming very up very quickly. Be safe, and don't forget, travel consultants like myself are here to take the stress out of your travels, to help you to take the stress out of your travels, to help you to travel better. Let to travel on your budget, because a real good consultant asks the questions who, what, when, where, how, and why, because it makes a difference. And one of the main things, around Thanksgiving, Christmas, and stuff, you already know the person is traveling basically for the holiday, unless they tell you specifically it is for the job, or business and so forth. But basically, traveling for the holidays. So as a travel consultant, automatically we go into that travel, that holiday travel mode, to help you to get the best out of your travel. And you don't want to be stressed when you're traveling. You don't want to be stressed. You want to get to your destination and just enjoy and relax with your family, your friends, your loved ones. And if you're just going for the holiday and want to get away, you want to not be over stressed over things that you have no control over. Because again, I'm just giving you that heads up. If you do want to do vacation, be aware of a place that's not so excitingly going to be visited, because you are going to meet certain situations, because it's the holiday season. So enjoy, continue to be safe, and I'm going to share a few more as the holiday season continues to approach, because I'm excited to serve you. And again, I am the CEO of KM Travels, and we are here to help you to see new adventures and more, and to make your destination dreams come true. So let's go travel. Um, I hope these travel tips helped you. And please, however you're connecting with me, whether it be on my YouTube channel, whether it be on, like I said, on Fire TV, Apple TV, whether it be on the what we will call Roku, connect with me. I'm going to share my information. And if you haven't connected, my email you could connect is kingmiracletravels@yahoo.com, kingmiracletravels@yahoo.com, and ask whatever questions you desire to connect. But I look forward to connecting with you and continue to connect with you as we travel and see new adventures and more, as we grow and learn in different experiences of travels. So again, it's okay to want to travel, but the best way to travel is when you know before you go. Take care, everybody. I will see y'all on my next episode of of the victory moment with CK, because yes, travels can give you a victory moment. So take care and have a great continue to stand up, stand out, and stand strong as you continue to be great in all that you're doing.